rained this morning. We're gonna flip this hay around. Got her going. Me and Harvester are gonna get the loader out and get this baler put away. Get this stuff flipped up. Maybe we get it baled tomorrow. But it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. And it's supposed to rain again after that. And again after that. So I don't know what day we'll actually get it baled. I guess whatever day it is dry. Because right now it's tough. Probably go faster, but this spot here is small and there's stuff you can hit. We got guide wires, telephone poles, trees, everything to run into, you know. There goes a cat. There goes a cat. Grandma's cat. Didn't even know that cat was in there. I don't know. We tried tethering right. Some people tether right after they get done cutting. And then I never understood that because like the son hadn't even had a chance to try the top yet. But we tried it last year and it didn't work. We ended up having to go back and rake everything because the tedder didn't get it up off the ground like a rake does. Dig it in just a little bit. It's efficiently pulling it off the ground. So it just doesn't get it as fluffy as I would like it to be. But anyways, that's what we're doing today. It's all still too tough to bale. Some people cut it one day and bale it the next day. Well, that works great when it's like already past due, that the stems are all browned out and it's like 80, 90 degree days every day. Yeah, that works fantastic. But, you know, otherwise you need at least 3 to 4 days. That's if it doesn't rain on it. So we're on day 2. And it rained this morning. I don't know how much, but it rained this morning too. It's green on top anyways. And it looks like it's clearing the ground, so I got it down far enough. Not fluffing it like I would like, but anyways, I think you have to roll the tedder back. I think you have to roll it to the reverse side and use the back side if you really want it to fluff. But anyways, it's spreading it out. So we're gonna let her do this and we're gonna go do some more stuff. We'll be ready to start cutting. Pull it all the way up. Yeah, like that, buddy. This one is hard. He might not be able to get it. Oh, there Got the bucket on. We're going to scoop a little poop when Emily gets done tethering. We're going to do a few more things. That's my quick attach. I can't remember the company I bought it from, but essentially if you Google like hayspear.com, you can find it. Not that I'm promoting for them, but anybody out there in the world has got one of these tractors from the 1990s and so on, wants to improve their capability, you can get them. We went a lot of years without having that. Taking the bucket off, putting the hay spear on. Taking the bucket off, put the hay spear on. You know, a lot of years without it. But it's nice to have.
Yeah, look at them. They're going like 21 miles an hour.
Neighbor come over here and fired up the 8630 and the TurboMax. Great Plains TurboMax, I believe that's what we call it. And he's getting ready to do some planting here. Go out there and till under the weeds, break up the soil, and come back and plant it. He just got started here a minute ago. Well, we had to move the post driver back a little bit, and the baler and the tractor fit. Now, as soon as her hay is ready, we'll probably get going with the little baler, but I'm having an issue. The belts don't turn. The belts on the baler won't turn. There's no tension on the belts. There's tension on that spring back there, but there's no tension on the belts. Not enough to make them turn. That's not cool. Anyways, playing a little Jenga today. Going in a little more. You got like another 2 feet. All right, keep on going. Laying it down. Skid loader going back there to move a log out of along the woods there, I think. Something's laying back there. He's taking the skid loader back there to do. He'll have all that done this evening. Over here he's getting stuck though. A lot of water lays in this field. Normally doesn't do a very good crop because so much water lays in this field. But anyways, there's a lot of water laying right here and he was getting stuck in it. I seen him spinning up through there. Emily told him the other day that she wants to drive that tractor. So he just called me and said, hey, if she wants to drive, come on. It's time to do it. Emily says, I want to drive that big tractor. I never drove one of those. Well, we got plenty to do at the barn. But when the neighbor offers to let you drive his big John Deere, you jump on the chance. Because you ain't going to get it till next year. 2 years ago, she jumped up and rode into combines in this field. And they stopped. Something happened. The grain cart tractor jumped out of gear. The grain cart tractor jumped out of gear or something. And the combine had to slam on the brakes. She said it about threw him through the windshield. But anyways. Yeah, I ain't never drove me a 30 or 40 series yet. I drove a 7520. Neighbor down the road's got 7520s. Back then they only had one. Now they got like 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I don't know. But anyways, I got to drive them a few times. I go borrow their big tractor and a big cultivar mulcher and go out there and run around the field with that. Although she forgot to pick her plow up. She spun it around, forgot to pick the plow up. But anyways. Time to move the gates so that we can get to this field. So we can spread some poop on it. Now that we got it cut. She's behind me with the spreader. She traded one big John Deere for her tractor for the rest of the day. We get a couple loads of poop out of the barn today. Sounds like there's a rock in there. I can hear it. The ground a little bit too, so there is a little bit of gravel that ended up in there, right there outside the gate. Mostly straw in this load, the rest of it's going to be heavy. All that hay, when you feed the cows, all that hay falls off there in the gateway when you're going in to put the hay into the hay rings, and all this hay piles up in the gateway, and then when you come in there with that two-wheel drive tractor, it gets stuck. Well, we can't get no more hay in the hay rings because it gets stuck. So we gotta get the poop out of the barn. We've been meaning to do it anyways, but this time of year you got two problems. You gotta get the hay off the ground so you put the poop down. If you didn't get it done before the hay got up. This field cut. We'll put some poop out here. As soon as we get the hay all back at Dad's house, we're going to put some poop over there. She's about empty. Tighten up our chain underneath. real good with that little tractor. The 48 now, the 48's a little bit too small of a tractor for it. You got to do too much gear changing. Ain't enough power and weight there. You got too much gear changing. And she just got hit with poop. So I'm doing the scooping and she's doing the pooping today. Get a couple loads out. I need to keep working at it as much as we can. But it's like after 5 or so o'clock now. So ain't got too many more hours left. And we gotta go to work tomorrow, so. That's right. When everybody else is going, what'd you do with your Memorial Day holiday? Your 3-day off weekend. Guess what? This is what we do. Everybody else in the world might be doing something different. Once upon a time, we used to get to do some of that stuff too. But now we don't have that luxury. So, this is what we do. Break up the poop. So it's not all stuck together. Because if it's all stuck together, it won't come out the back end. Like you want it to. She's in here working hard, scooping the poop out of the trough. That stuff's been in there a while. I'm waiting on Emily to come back. She ought to be here in a minute. Well, we did 4 loads. It's time to go home. It's after 8 o'clock. Catch y'all on the next day. Hey y'all, like and subscribe, leave us a comment. If you don't have nothing to say, just drop a heart or something, emoji, I don't care, put it in the comments. It helps out a lot, it really does. Make sure you come follow us on Facebook, and we'll catch you later.